Alright. Hello everybody and welcome to Garry's Mod. We are on the Free Space 13 map, and I thought today I would mess around with making some random instruments. That's right, Garry's Mod instruments, just, for fun. So I've got a lot of hours logged in Garry's Mod, but this is something I haven't really played too much with before. So let's just get started with a simple little board here that we can put a sound emitter on. It's over here in the wire stuff. If you don't know much about Garry's Mod, I'll explain very little, but not too much while I'm going through this because it's hard to really get anything done if I have to explain every step all the way. So maybe in the future I'll do tutorial videos on these, but for now I'm just going to be playing around and you guys can learn what you can while I do. So let's see what we can find here. I need to find a sound tool. This is the hardest part of Garry's Mod, is learning what all of these tools are. Input, output, visuals. Sound. There we go. Sound emitter. Perfect. Alright, so we'll just use this guy. Looks like a speaker. Bam. That's our sound emitter. It's outputting a square wave. I think we can change that if we wanted to. Yeah, we could change it to, I think we have a sine wave. Ooh, alright, let's see what this one sounds like here. Oh, ow, sorry headphone users. So, square wave is no good, sine wave is much nicer. So we're going to use that. And hopefully we can just update here. Yeah, perfect. Good. So that'll save our ears a little bit. Now we need some ways to use this. So let's see what all of the options are here. The inputs are A, which is sort of like the on-off. We have the toggle to toggle it on-off. So this would be for like pulses. This would be to just click it on and click it off. Got volume, play, stop, which is the same as putting A in, I believe, or taking it off. Same as sort of like a toggle, but separate if you needed them that way. Pitch, relative, sample, and sample strength. So we could change the pitch, which is probably what we're going to do to make some of the more interesting sounds. So now we need a control mechanism. So there's probably a lot of different ways we could do this. Probably one of the simplest would be a little ranger. So we'll do that real quick for shits and giggles, for fun. Ranger. Put these guys here. Probably set the range to about like 20. And let's show the beam so we can see it. 20 is not going to be enough. Let's move it out to about 50. Alright, cool. And we'll put it this way so it's a little easier to see what we're doing when we play with it. And so the idea will be, we'll take this little sheet here, and we can move this up and down in order to change whatever we're going to set this to change. So right now I could, I'd probably just wire it directly in. So let's just do that real quick for fun. A will be distance. Okay. I forgot about that. Whoops. Let me just cut that off here. So what we want is the pitch relative to be distance. And then, let's see here, if we added in a button then, we could turn it on and off that way, which would be easier. Toggle, good, alright. Slap that down there. Ah, that didn't work very well either. Let's see here. Pitch relative. What if we set the volume? Ah, we just hadn't gotten it low enough. It likes very low values. So that's kind of cool. That's our like sci-fi thing there. So basically what that tells me is we need to change this so that the range is divided by 50 in order to get, what we really want. So we can do that with a crazy, custom chip, but instead, we're going to build an instrument. Let's put the proper little parts down. Get all the little gates going on because they're fun. So we're going to do an arithmetic. We're going to do a divide. So slap that guy down. And then we're going to do a constant value here. Let's see here. It's having trouble finding the constant value again. It's somewhere around here. It's array, no. Comparison, no. Memory, maybe, no. Always takes me a while to find this. They moved it. It used to be a separate part in here. And it may be, again, it took me a while to find that one last time. Logic, entity, no. Might be absolute. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? I have like a value. Memory. Input, output, text. Constant value. Aha! Aha! Constant value. So that's our constant value. And it doesn't matter what we set it to, because what we're about to do now is set its value to this thing's maximum length. Max range. Oops. Oh, I thought I could change that thing's value with that. Things have changed. Things have changed. Alright, so constant value. Let's see here. Go ahead and set you to 50. There. Alright. Now we can go ahead and set this thing's length to that. And then we can set this to be divided by 50. So we can take the distance, divide it by 50, and that will give us the pitch relative out. And then take off volume. I guess I probably need to turn volume back on. Volume, how about you be, there you go. There we go. Alright, so now if we wanted to, we could play a note, move this, play a note, move it. So that's kind of neat, but that's not convenient at all, and there's no way you could really play a very good song like that. It would just be really hard to maneuver it all. So what you need is some way to control this. So I think this is fine for controlling the pitch, but there needs to be some sort of, like on a guitar, you would strum it. This is sort of like the putting your finger on the fretboard, and then you would strum the string, and that's what should be playing this sound. So let's see here. What could we do for that? We could... It could be 0, and then you could sweep this through the wave, and that could... Let's try that. Alright, so if we go into our Ranger, we take what we have, but we default it to 0 unless it hits something. And then we go here and we say the volume is just the direct distance. This way it's 0 right now unless something goes in there. Oh, and then turn that on. So now oh, that's cool. That's pretty fun. So there you go. You have a crazy thing where if you interact with this line anywhere, it plays a pitch. Doop, boop. Aw, man. And if you were really clever, you could probably find out the exact distances that you would have to be in order to play different notes. Pretty neat stuff. So that's pretty interesting. That's a little bit of an instrument right there. Kind of neat. So let's see here. What else could we maybe do here? If we have this, we have a way to play a note. We need to find a way to sort of compress this into a single machine where you can play it. So I'm thinking maybe if we had a line of these, it could be you push a button and it shoots out the thing like a keyboard. And you can play different notes. Very interesting. Let's see what we can do with that. So we have our basic prototype. I'm going to leave that as it is. We'll make a new instrument right here. So I want to just go ahead and make a simple sort of frame for it. And then you would have your laser doohickey coming through this. And then you would need a series of tines going through it, which could be dropped down into the laser field. Let's see here. How would we pull it off? We'd probably want to use... Alright, so let's take a bigger plate. Start with that. We can make it big to start with, and then we'll make it, you know, more sleek and convenient after we get all of the bugs figured out. This is how the design process goes, you know. You start off with this sort of thing, and you work your way towards the other kinds. So I use advanced precision for my moving, because that allows me to move things without welding them and really stick them into exactly where I want them to go. It's very handy. Oops. Alright. And you go here. Oh, I guess not actually. Actually, probably want you like up here somewhere, like there. That's how many from the side? 1, 2. Alright. Put both of them like that. Center, 1, 2. Center, 1, 2. Nice. Alright. And then this guy, I think I'm just going to mount him this way. Alright. That's close enough. So we can mount the laser there. We can have our series of tines going through. And I'll probably use sliders to hold them into exactly the right place. So let's see what we got here. Should probably make small pieces so they don't intersect with anything else. Yeah, something like this. Whoa, okay, that's just, it looks small, but it's not actually. A little wide. Let's try this. That will work perfectly. All right. How do I want to make this work here? You could slide left and right into it, or they could go up and down into it. Up and down makes more sense to me. So we're going to use our awesome precision mover. We're going to snap it to, let's say, 5 off of the target. Go into crazy no-clip mode. All right. There we go. All right, so that's the first one. Alrighty. We just continue to snap these guys in place. Huh? Oh. All right. Alrighty. Just go ahead and put all of them up here in place so that it's easier. Alrighty. So now we just move a bunch. You to here. You to here. And I'm sure this scale is not right because it's perfectly linear. I'm certain that if I really cared to, I could look up a formula and I could probably find some sort of a natural curve or a logarithmic curve or something along those lines that would do this better. So I need 1, 2, 3 more. Alright, let's do it. Da 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 da. It's going to be pretty neat once it gets done. Alright, so let's move these all around. And you. Okay, now sliders. I don't mind if they're visible. So let's see here. Slider. I think I can like yeah, I thought so. This is pretty tricky. Little tiny gap. Yeah, bitty space. So I'm attaching little sliders here to each of the bottoms so they can only go up and down in that direction. And then I'm actually going to, let's see here. Should really probably put 2 of those on there just to make sure they don't go anywhere. Oh, alright. Let's do it. There we go. So that'll keep them from spinning around. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and weld some of this stuff together. Like this to this. Alright. So those will all hold together nicely. Now we need to add hydraulics. Wire hydraulics. Alrighty. Okay, that looks fine. So this is a little trickier because I have to go like this. And then I have to place a controller. So that's the first one. Second one. Third one. And I know these are getting really unevenly placed, but it doesn't matter where the controllers are, just as long as the hydraulic is placed right there along the hit normal. Alright. There. So these hydraulics are how we're going to control the pieces moving up and down to the right spots when you push a button. So the current length is about 5 on all of these. So we'll say 10 should be the default, and then you push a button and it'll drop down to, let's say, like, I don't know, like 3. So, time for the simple solution to this, which will be buttons. Button. Alright, we don't want toggle. We want nice big buttons that we can push. Yeah, we can use numbered buttons. Alright. And it will be 2, and value off will be 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right. Fine. Alrighty. So now we go wire advanced, go length, that, length. Six. Alright, so now all the lengths will respond to these. So now we need a button, or not a button, we need to install the Ranger. So Ranger will need to go on the bottommost part of this. So let's see here, Ranger. Probably want to get in here manually and just make sure it's right at the bottom. I mean, Should be like right here. Alright, good. And the range is not long enough. Let's see, it's about half of what it needs to be, I guess. So let's set it up to 100. Let's see how far that goes. Okay, that's a little much. Let's set it to 90, I guess. Let's see if that works. Should be just enough to get into this last one, but not so much that it goes past it. Good, alright, good. That should be just about right. So it's 90. So that means our constant value needs to be 90. Constant value, 90. I like using these little resistor style pieces. Constant value 90. We need the divider. So arithmetic divide, good. Alrighty, and so divided by 50, or 90 rather. This thing's distance. And then we have our sound maker here. I guess we can use the box since it'll look cooler. I wish I could rotate it right there. It's alright, we'll just put it here. Alright. So we'll say the pitch relative comes from this. Say the volume comes from this. And then we just need a button to turn it on and off with. Button on 1, off 0, toggle. Let's get a power button. Power. There we go. And alright, so now we do what anyone who's clever will do, make a duplication so you don't mess up the original. In case that happens. Yeah. Let's go ahead and make these weigh like 50. And go ahead and make this weigh like 500 on the bottom. Now let's see if that doesn't do a little better. Or what's doing that? So that, oh. So those need to no collide. Alright. You know what, really, you should just don't collide, don't collide, don't collide, don't collide, don't collide. Interesting. See, that's the way they're supposed to be. Wonder why they don't stay up. They too heavy now? Alright, let's see if I turn the weight down to 10, what happens. 2, 10. Alright, yeah, so that is a problem. Alrighty. Very good, very good. Alright. Alright, so I'm no musician, so I'm not going to be able to play a decent song out of this, but this is pretty decent proof of concept. I'm sure there's some things we could do, like changing the, I don't know, maybe the weight of these even more. I wonder if I dropped it down to 5, if they would be even more responsive, or if they would just freak out. Way less responsive. Yeah, so they have to be like that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make a duplication of this, just see if it works. Oh, wow. I wonder, yeah, if I did it sideways, if that would be a little more reliable, since it doesn't seem to like the weight. Which one's stuck on there? I guess they all are, aren't they? No? It looks like the lowest one is for some reason. There we go. So if I had it perfectly this way. Oh, that's pretty damn cool, I gotta say. It's a little music machine. Oh, this is awesome. Oops. Except for that part. Wonder if I could, like, make it not grabbable. Can I do that? Can I, like... No. No, no. Don't want to really mess with that. So what we really need to do is build one this way. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is the key to it. But even so, this is pretty amazing. Except for that. So annoying. Oops. Okay, so. Horribly tuned, but still pretty neat. I'd like to make one where I could control the spacing between the keys as well, like maybe just like you know, like a manual tuning, so I could change the separation between these. But that would be quite complicated, I think. Maybe too complicated to make it actually work very well. Oh, man. Come on, come on, come on. Whoops, oh gosh. Oh, oh, oh. There we go. Oh, man. Talk about your loudness. So that's pretty cool. I'll go ahead and put this in an advanced duplicator. See if it works if I spawn it in like this. Cool. Alright, so that's that. Let's do this here. So we have this here. We're gonna save it. File name. We'll call it the Ranger piano. Plays music. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Ranger piano. Cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. So that's that. And then we need to do it in the dupes area. Save this dupe. There it is. Publish it. What do we call it? The Ranger piano. Well, we would call it the Ranger piano. Looks like the wrong one. Yeah, I feel like it is. Let's take this out. Duplicator. Save dupe. No, my dupes. There we go. Did it lose its divider? Oh, come on. That's good to know, at least, I guess. Let's see here. Weld. Easy weld. Where is it? Screw it. Weld, move target. There we go. So now if I duplicate it, what does it look like? There we go. That's it. Cool. I hope that works. Because I cannot see anything in here. Nope. Alright, I guess that will have to happen another time. So anyhow, that's cool. I'll get that up when I can. Until then, you've seen how to make it, so you could probably make one yourself. Let's see what else we have here. I've got all kinds of fun toys that I made, but we're going to try to make more instruments. What other instruments are there? So we made a sort of a piano. It would be fairly similar to a guitar, I suppose. Some sort of a trumpet would be cool. I wonder if there's a trumpet sound in the library even. Let's take a look here. Looking in the wrong area. Sound emitter, sound browser. What do we have? Like a trumpet or a horn or anything? Vuvuzela? Oh gosh. Wow, that's loud. Let's see here. Interesting. So let's see here. What else could we do? Coin? I'm thinking we might be able to do a drum set, maybe. I don't want a full beat. We just want... God, just want a sound. It's the basic sound. Whoops, that's a cannonball. Oopsies. Let's see here. I'm not sure any of those are really going to work for what we need. Where is sign and everything? I don't see those, but I know that they exist. Let's see here. Oh gosh, there's so many. Synth. Here we go. So that's try. It's a solid sound like. Oh god, no. Let's see what else we have here. Tech. Ooh. Instruments. Is there anything like that? Instruments. Music. Instruments. Interesting. Interesting. We could set up a timer, a loop timer that plays these instruments. So you can set up your own drum beat and then play the piano. Interesting. Piano C. Let's copy that path there and do that. And then we can update our player. Interesting. Alright, yeah, so you can use the noises just like that, and it sounds like a really, really terribly tuned piano, of course, because that's what it is. I'd really like to know what the exact scale is, and if there's a way I could implement it in Garry's mod. I might have to come back and do that another time. For now, a drum set sounds kind of fun, so let's set something up. See if I can just make like a synthesizer thing that just plays different drum sounds. So if we have a couple of different things here, instruments. So for example, a snare. Alright, so we could do bam, snare. And then we could also have the hi-hat. And we could also have cymbal. And the bass drum. There we go. So each of these have a sound that they'll play. And then what we need is a sort of a loop so that you can set what plays when. So you'd need about I guess 12 steps that you could program in. I don't want a light, I want an indicator. That's what I want. So you would be like, let's see, we have 4 different tracks, so. Alright, so that's all of our little indicators. Now we need buttons. Buttons. We need just small buttons. Little tiny toggle buttons. I'll change colors just to make sure that it's a little more clear that they're a different instrument. Alright. Whew. I don't suppose I can just add a timer in this, can I? That'd be really convenient if I could. Is there like a timer gate? Oh, that would be amazing. Accumulator. I think that's what I want. Advanced. Yeah, okay. Constant value. Where is it here? Always escaping from me. So need a 12 for sure. So the reset is this. A should be a button to turn the entire thing on. I'm not sure I understand what's going on here. So let's see here. Let's get a screen so I can debug this here. No, that must not be the right chip I need. Let's see here. Pulsar, run, reset, time. No. What is it? Yeah, that's not what I need. I didn't want to have to program all of this in E2, but I probably will have to. So, let's do some E2. And a brand new one. We'll call this one here. What do you call that thing when you have all of the sounds and it's a synthesizer? So we'll need this. We'll need bass 1. Lots of inputs. Snare 1. Alrighty, data entry pays off. Woo! But before I get crazy, let me just go over here and make sure that I have it right. I have to put commas? No. Okay, good. I didn't think so. Just want to make sure. So that's all of the buttons. I know, that's a lot of buttons. So, outputs are snare, bass, hi-hat, and cymbal. Cymbal? I think that's how you spell cymbal. Anyhow, doesn't matter. Persist step. Oh, we'll also want to get input for tempo. So okay. So if we'll also need so if power, then we can do our action. Let's see here. We should probably say that if there's no power, well, actually no. Step will just be 0 otherwise. So if there's power, step equals step plus 1. Okay. Too used to you, to Lua. So I'm going to copy these. So if it's 1, then so we need a couple of these. Oops. B1, H1, C1, S. Hi-hat, cymbal, and snare. So that we have to do 12 times. Yay. 2. Alright, so that's all 12 of those. By the way, just set the defaults so they aren't playing constantly after being hit one time. Alrighty, So that should be good for all those. Now I have to go through and step 2, 3, 4. 8. Alrighty. So, yes, I know it's a pain, but this is the only way I really can think to do this without getting into some complex programming that I don't really feel like figuring out right now. So this will do. It takes a little time, but it's all laid out. I'll know it'll work. The real trick will be getting the tempo right. Because interval, I think, is in milliseconds, so we will probably have to set the tempo quite high in order to play this at any understandable pace. And 12. Good. So that should be all of these. But I have to go through and add else equals zeros to all of these, which would be a pain, but wouldn't be as terrible as it might sound. So that should be theoretically what we need here. Bam, paste that in there. So now we have to wire everything up, and that is the tricky part. So do I have too many? What's going on with my E2? Maybe it's because there's too many inputs. That's probably it. Oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass if that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of inputs. Too many inputs. Oh no. What am I going to do about that? I guess I could cut it down to like 8. Let's see if that works. Otherwise, we might just be kind of screwed, guys. Just have to abandon this just because of limitations. Alright. Oh, that's right, yeah. Gotta get rid of all the extra lines since there's nothing past 8 anymore. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gone. And here I need to have if step is more than or equal to 12. There we go. Hey, I can see them. Alright, cool. So now the fun part. Base 1. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8. Oh man. But also, alrighty. Now to very, very carefully remove these last 4. So they don't bother me anymore, so I don't look at them. Alright, so let's make sure we have a different tool. Alright. So, wire advanced. Still have a couple more things to wire up. So now it needs power, which gets from there. This one's snare, hi-hat, cymbal, bass. This one's so Alright, now it needs a tempo. I'll do like 120, I guess. Constant value, where are you? Where are you? Oh gosh, are you kidding? String in there? Yeah. It's probably too fast, I guess. Is it just staying on? Alright, let's try turning up the constant value, see what happens. See if I do like 500 on it. Let's see what that does. Not enough, it's still doing like 5 ops a second. These would be doing like 1 op a second. Seems like it's not iterating correctly. That all seems fine. Let's get a monitor so we can see what's going on here. Some of these values. Maybe I set it too high? Set it to like 60. See what happens. Interval tempo isn't working. Say 0 plus tempo. Oh, because step becomes 0 again every time. Yeah, that can't happen. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see, get that constant value. Just change it up to like 120. Still not quite there. Let's try 160. an idea here. Oh, that's pretty fun. All right, let's see here. All right. Three. And last one. Seven and 8. Oh my. All right, so snare. Let's just do every other beat snare. And then let's see here. This one is the cymbal. Doom, 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 doom. Let's try this there. need for the hi-hat. Alright, now let's try it. Alright. Should work. This is too much fun. Let's see here, where's the constant values? Let's try like a 160 tempo here and see if that doesn't make things sound a little smoother. I wish I could stop that little pause at the end. Hey, that's better. Boom bum ba ba da da ba bum 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 ba da bum 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 ba da bum 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 ba da ba da bum. It could work. Could work, possibly. It sounds like a lot of noise, but it's, you know, a little imagination, and it sounds like a funky beat. Alright, well, I guess I'll save that guy. Just in case. Kind of fun. There we go. Beautiful. See if the publish screen works. Nope, not at all. Alright, anyhow, that's fine. Cool. So we got ourselves a little music machine. Ah, good times. Alright, I think that'll about do it for now. Oh, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode and this has encouraged you to take a look at Garry's mod. It is a lot of fun. There's a lot you can do. It's always fun to just sort of toy around in here every so often. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you all later. Goodbye.